Welcome back to Inside the Heat. Miami was rolling over opponents in February. Heading into the All-Star break, the Heat were red hot at 27-7. They had the best record in the Eastern Conference and were leading the NBA in several categories, including All-Star representatives. The Heat sent 6 players, their most ever, to the 2012 NBA All-Star Weekend. For the second straight year, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh were Eastern Conference All-Stars, and this year they were joined by James Jones, Mario Chalmers, and Norris Cole, who were All-Star Weekend participants.
So our first All-Star game with you, how old was you, your first All-Star game? I was 22.
I was 19.
Here comes LeBron behind the back to Wade. Sets it up for James.
After a good show in Orlando, the Heat came out of the All-Star break still blazing.
Heat trail by 2, a steal by Wade. He's got numbers. It's LeBron with a king-size tomahawk jam.
LeBron and Dwayne combined for 71 points, giving Miami 9 straight wins by double digits, the second longest streak in NBA history. The Heat were having fun.
When you think about the way the Heat were winning those games during the win streak, they just weren't W's. I mean, they were big, swollen, juicy W's.
That 9-game stretch was the high point of the regular season. If this team can get what they're doing now and do it in the playoffs, I'm not sure they can be stopped.
It looked like, they were really ready to roll for the whole second half of the season, and then came Utah.
Trailing the majority of the second half, LeBron regained the lead in the last minute of the fourth quarter.
Off balance 3, made it!
But Utah came back, which left the Heat trailing by 1 with the final seconds ticking down.
LeBron for Udonis, the jumper. No good. Utah wins, and the Heat winning streak is over.
2 nights later, the heartache lingered when Miami faced the Lakers on national TV, their third game without Chris Bosh.
Chris had taken the week off after his grandmother passed away, and there were some players who thought he might show up on Sunday, and I thought when he was not there, it deflated them.
The Heat also had to play without Wade in the fourth quarter after he fouled out. Kobe closed out the game with 33 points, a second straight disappointing road loss for Miami. Returning home with the memory of his grandmother with him, Chris Bosh came back strong with a 20-point game, helping the Heat beat the Nets by 30.
Here's Bosh. Look out below.
The next night against the Hawks, Miami was looking to get 2 wins in a row. With 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter, it was the captains collaborating on another win at home. The thrill ride continued in Miami, where Dwayne, in overtime, made sure the Pacers understood whose house it was.
With 4, with 3, leans in, and hits! Wade with 0.1 second left in the ball game. Dwayne Wade in his house.
Power cutting out there here in the building.
After Dwayne Wade shot the lights out in Miami, he did the same in Orlando.
Shoots the 3. Kaboom!
And he had a chance to win it in regulation.
For the win. In and out.
Losing in overtime, the Heat had a grueling turnaround traveling to Chicago to take on a Bulls team with the NBA's best record. LeBron and Dwayne were awesome, combining for 71 points, but it was not enough as the Bulls held off the Heat in a 4-point game. The Heat turned it around at Philly and won 4 straight games, bouncing the Heat back to winning. On March 21st, the Heat added a spark in veteran center Ronny Turiaf.
He came with some energy. He came rested. And I thought it was a needed addition because I think it injected them with a little bit of life.
Then it was time to take on All-Star Kevin Durant and his Oklahoma City Thunder, and Miami got ambushed.
They ran into a Thunder team that was red hot, playing at home. He had a great night for Kevin Durant. It seemed like he wouldn't miss.
The road has been a challenging place for Miami, and the very next night, the Heat tried to rebound at Indiana, but all 5 Pacers starters scored in double figures, and Indiana won by 15, leaving the Heat searching for inspiration.
I talked to Udonis Haslem about this. They had a meeting. He was talking about just preparing for the rest of the schedule, and one of the things they talked about at that meeting was getting back to that dark place, is what they called it, and that dark place was that empty feeling after the Game 6 loss against Dallas. They wanted to keep that feeling and they wanted it to motivate them.
Go.